Hello everyone, this is the Gamestork coming at you today to ask you to watch some news here. Well, actually you'll be listening to news, but it's lots of Nintendo news. It's lots of fun here. Yeah. I know what you may be thinking. You might be thinking this is a terrible impression, and I'd have to agree with you, but it's for fun. So, here we go. Without further ado, let's jump right into news here. Gamestork, delivering news, reviews, and playthroughs like a newborn baby. Well, I hope everyone had a great weekend. It's been really good for me. I know I had a business trip. I was out of town, but I did, pre-film videos for this weekend. Seems like that went really well. And I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be back and read lots of cool news, which we'll start right now. First, Syberia, which is a game that's coming very soon for the Nintendo Switch, has been listed for October the 3rd to release on the eShop in Europe. And this game, man, this is the first entry in the franchise for Syberia. And Nintendo added a listing to that eShop today, as a matter of fact. And of course, there's a chance that the date won't stick. Nintendo has a habit of putting up things on the eShop early, and then they might change or get shifted a little bit. But it looks like October 3rd is the day. And it looks like it may be, if we look at what's happened in the past, it probably will release on the US eShop around the same time. So an overview of Syberia from that eShop page is Kate Walker, a young New York attorney, is sent by her law firm to a small French village in Valladolid. Valladolid. There you go. That's it. I'm trying to read today. I'm tired. Her mission, complete negotiations for a purchase of an automaton factory on behalf of a large multinational. She has no idea what the future holds in store for her. Join Kate Walker on an extraordinary journey that takes her all the way from Western Europe to the far reaches of Eastern Russia. You will come across a host of endeavoring characters at incredible locations as you search for traces of Hans Vorarlberg, a genius inventor of the automatons, which it is a search that will take you to the legendary island of Syberia, in the far north of the continent, where the last living mammoths reside, hidden from modern eyes. Experience a moving adventure and roam through the enchanted world journey everywhere with Kate Walker, with the Nintendo Switch's handheld mode, relax while playing on TV, or in tabletop mode. And this is really cool. I think this is a game that's probably going to do very well. From what I've seen of this game, it looks like the art style is really neat, and it's one of those that's you should be excited for. This is like a full-out story game. Now, as far as its length and things like that, I don't know, but it's very reminiscent of things like, Tomb Raider might be stretching it, but something like that. And I'm really excited about the potential that I see here in this game, because this could be a very, very good title. Despite my bad reading here today, you've been given this news and a heads up on this game, and in October, I'm definitely going to be picking this one up. I'm definitely going to be playing it, because it looks really, really good. So, there's been a rumor release of some upcoming Splatoon 2 maps, weapons, and even more things, which was uncovered through data mining. And the upcoming maps, which there were incomplete files for the revamped versions of Kelp Dome and Blackberry Skate Park, and which have been introduced in the 1.1.1 update. There are additional maps named Line and Tunnel, which are in development, and then placeholder images for maps revealed the direct name Kawa and Pillar are present. And Nintendo is including testing versions of Shifty Station in the updates. However, the for Splatfest, the game downloads the real stage model and layout files separately. And this explains why the existing files include debug and test objects. So the developers are currently also testing the new Salmon Run stages with internal names of Shake House and 3 Points. And new files for these maps have been introduced in the 1.1.1 update as well. So these are the latest of the 4 planned stages for Salmon Run, and which is from the version 1.0. Now, as far as the weapons, it looks like something called the Grisco brand. Well, Grisco brand weapons are in the works. A blaster, charger, and umbrella were found in the files, and also a new weapon called the Squeezer is in development. Here's Sheldon's explanation text for the Squeezer and the alternate version of it. You can find more about the upcoming weapons in the full Splatoon 2 weapons list. And these are available online. I'm not going to go in and read all that. But there are also additions for octolings and things like that. So it looks like it's really, really cool. This is something that I'm happy Splatoon 2 is like this huge success. It's so big and so awesome. It blew up in Japan, and this is like the first third-person shooter that's really blown up like that in Japan. And it's also very big here. So the numbers are exciting. It looks like this is a really, really successful. If you played the game, you know it's good. It's really addicting. And sadly, I haven't had much time to play. I'm still only like level 7. But it is one that I have been into. I really enjoy it. And I can't wait to play more. And having more maps and more things to do is really, really exciting. And I cannot wait. Yes, yes, yes. So if you've heard of the game Thimbleweed Park, which I have covered on here, I think it's been a while. You know what? A lot of people are excited to play it, and it looks really cool. So, someone named Richie reached out to the developer and asked about, they said, hey, I'm pretty excited to play this. When are we going to be able to play it? Is there like a rough release date? And they were answered, and the developer said August or September. So it looks like we are getting that very soon. And that's one game that is like a point-and-click adventure it should be pretty cool. And I think it's going to be really, really good. And it's exciting to see these games coming around that time. I think there's going to be a huge pickup of third-party support, lots more games being launched each month. And the reality is for these third-party developers, if they want to make the most money and make the most out of their titles, then they need to hurry and get their titles on the Switch as soon as possible, while people are really stoked to purchase the games that are on there, regardless of what it is. There's a depression-inspired shooter named Prometheum, and it's heading to the Switch this year, and it looks really good, actually. Depression can be exceedingly hard to manage. Bombarding those affected with a barrage of changes that left unchecked can tear them apart. That's the core concept behind this game, this upcoming shooter. Prometheum, which aims to mimic the oppressive weight of dealing with depression using the mechanics and stylings of a retro blaster. And it's cool. It looks really interesting. I like the art style. I like everything about this. And how soon after the PC release, that comes out, this is coming to the Switch, it's still up in the air. We don't know. And Atkinson Jones, who are the developer, they're registered as a Switch developer, but the Switch release timeline depends on how long it takes to work through some of Nintendo's internal developer processes, even though they say that it's coming. Now, Prometheum's plot centers around an armada that for some reason decided Earth would be a good place to dump its toxic waste. Now, I don't know, but you control this female pilot, Commander Braybrook, and players are tasked with shooting down turrets and fighters, disabling shields, and eventually sending kill codes to destroy the 20 ships in the upcoming armada. The nature of this threat and how it comes to envelop the player and over the course of the game, that's where the Wild Earth theme lies. And it looks like this is going to be really cool. I can't wait to play. Like, me, I love games. I pretty much play everything. But this one looks neat. I'm stoked about it. I love these little shooters, and this is one that I think that I will play for quite some time. Now, real quick, just in case you didn't see it, I did not participate in this Splatfest. I hate that I didn't, but it looks like Team Mayo did win over Team Ketchup in the United States, 2-1. So congrats to all you guys who fought on behalf of Team Mayo. Here's some cool news that I thought was neat. Now, NBA 2K18 is heading to the Nintendo Switch, and we see that, we saw before the digital version is coming first, right? And that's cool, and the physical version is coming later. Well, here's something neat. NBA 2K18 on the Switch is going to support Amiibo. Yeah, there will be Amiibo support for NBA 2K18. Now, what in the world could this mean? Like, if you can somehow summon like Mario character or something into this game, like I know this is a serious basketball game, but I'm curious about that because that would have me interested. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't purchase this. And it would have me interested enough to purchase this if you could like summon them or some type of abilities that are Nintendo specific. As a matter of fact, for those people who are Nintendo fans and also fans of NBA 2K18, this would be something that's absolutely fantastic in merging those two things together and also offering something that's not available in the other console versions, which would make a lot more people come to the Nintendo Switch just for those features. Not to mention that this game is not portable on the PlayStation 4, not portable on the Xbox One, but guess what? You can take it with you with a Nintendo Switch. It's portable anywhere, any place. And now it looks like with Amiibo support, that's just one more feature that Nintendo's going to have to kind of trump over these other games. Now, mind you, the other games may look a little better, and we'll admit that they probably will have a little bit more shine, a little bit more definition, and things like that. But as far as the core gameplay, if the core gameplay is really good and you can take it on the go and it has Amiibo support and, that would be great. Could you imagine a playable Waluigi? Anybody? It's like, oh no! It's just when you miss a shot, that would be awesome. I would totally play this game and I would buy this game just to get on there and summon these guys like Wario and just play. That would be legit. It would be awesome. And that seems like something that's so like Super Nintendo-ish. And I believe that the Super Nintendo is the greatest system of all time just because of that. It was one of those that had every game. Everything was on it. And it had its own flair. And these games that were like serious basketball games included Nintendo characters and everything. Like everything was on there. Nothing was off limits. And it was just awesome. So I'm hoping that's what this means. And if it does, it's going to be really exciting for us as consumers and also Nintendo fans in playing the NBA games, because let's just face it, that's awesome. Did I mention that's awesome? Did I mention that to anyone that's awesome? So, I'm as you can see, I'm excited about the potential there. So to close out, I want to give you some big news at the end here. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is coming to the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch, and now it has multiplayer. So, now I don't know if you guys played Dragon Quest Builders 1. This is a game I adored. I loved it. I really, really, really connected very well with Dragon Quest Builders, and it surprised me because although I might be a casual player of Minecraft, I dip in here and there in order to play with my son and just things like that. And otherwise, I don't really play. And I understand why Minecraft is cool and why people like it, but I just don't play it very much. I did connect well with Dragon Quest Builders. I enjoyed the missions. I enjoyed the world. I enjoyed everything about it. And it was just really good. And Square Enix is now bringing this Dragon Quest Builders 2 over to the Nintendo Switch, and that's great. The publisher revealed that Dragon Quest Builders 2 is coming at this weekend's Dragon Quest Festival in Tokyo, Japan, which I guess caught a lot of people off guard. And Dragon Quest Builders 2 will add features not present in the original, including sloping platforms, the ability to create waterfalls, and the option to swim underwater. Now, players can also travel quickly through the world by Dragon Quest Builder 2 thanks to new hang glider, like Breath of the Wild, Yeah, so that's probably going to be a big thing in the future because it works so well for Link in Breath of the Wild. Square Enix also showed a brief snippet of multiplayer gameplay, and up to 4 players will be able to build an adventure cooperatively in the sequel, and that's awesome. So for a look at the gameplay of Dragon Quest Builders 2, I'll try to put a link in this. You can see it right here while I'm talking, but if you want to see more, because it's only going to be a small little snippet of it, you can just click that link in the description below. The original Dragon Quest Builders was released in 2016 for the PS4 and the Vita, and Square Enix did not provide a release date for the second rendition of this. But while you wait, here's a cool logo, and I think it's neat. Yeah, it's cool. And I can't wait. It's going to be a super, super good game. And this gives you an opportunity to something else to play if you're just waiting and you don't know. Sure, you had to play that on your PS4. But I would love to see, I would just love to see this game on the Nintendo Switch. It's going to be beautiful. The art style is great. It's really colorful. And it's one of those that it's just going to be very exciting. Very good to see, to play, and also just to be able to take with you on the go. I think that's really epic, and I'm excited about it, and, that's what's up. So anyway, that's going to do it for the news today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Man, wow, it's just being able to get on here and share the news is so, so great. and it encourages me with every new sub that we get. So if you really want to help me out and help this channel grow and help make the news better and help to get me way more serious about, including things like PlayStation news and so on and so forth, then please hit that red button below that says subscribe, because the more subscribers that I get, the harder I'm going to work here in order to make this channel better, get more serious, get more professional, things like that. So, and although I say serious, I'm still going to be a goofy dude that I just, I do what I do. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like this video as well. It helps it jump up in those charts in the algorithm there on YouTube. And I appreciate you. We'll see you next time.